Okay peeps, we've done it. We hit 73 right here. I just finished the last video, so we're kicking straight into 74. The date today is 22nd October, 1:51 PM. And as for the task, the only ones completed is the earn 30 platinum medals, I think it was. From here, I now have to level up a max move 20 times, explore 200 Ks, which is going to take the longest, complete 250 field research tasks, which the way I usually play would probably take me 2 or 3 days. Tops. As I said, the absolute longest thing it's going to take is the 200 kilometers. On average, most weeks I'm clearing between 60 to 70 Ks on my Adventure Sync end of week rewards, but that's during periods when we haven't particularly had any sort of walking requirements, aside from very recently when we had the walk 25s for the later pages of the XP Celebration research. So judging purely of that, I may be able to clear this in 2 weeks, and that being the case, I should be able to do all of those max move level ups completely for free if I'm aiming to sort of just do 1 or 2 every single day. As far as Dynamax Pokemon that I currently have in the bag, there's 375. Ooh, the legendaries might be a little bit more expensive to do. Yeah, they take 600 particles to go from level 1 to level 2. Oh, it looks like everything else is about the same, so it doesn't matter if you're leveling up the max attack on a Dynamax Pidove or doing it on a legendary like Entei, it's all going to cost the same. So over half of today's gone, so we're going to start a little bit of the walking now until we have to do some things later, radar included. Ooh, shiny mouth. And throughout this entire journey from 73 to 74, I'm going to be checking in every day so that I can be transparent with you how many kilometers that I'm doing, because one of the biggest things or debates or sort of arguments that are going around is the possibility of players cheating their kilometers. I would like to, as possible, be as open as I can and kind of show what's realistic for myself, a guy, you know, my age, my size, in terms of how many kilometers that I'm physically able to complete in a day. How have I still not caught 10 ghost type Pokemon sitting around here? So however many days it takes me to walk the 200 kilometers, that's how many days it's going to be for me to power something up for free with free max particles. That's our first research task done. For the power up requirement, I'm assuming that it only means power up. So powering up the max Phantasm on this Ghastly should work. Level up a max move 20 times. It says level up, so maybe unlocking a max move might help. No, it doesn't. Well, that's good to know. Looks like we'll only be doing power-ups, so I'm just going to be powering up the attacks on random Pokemon. Repeat it 20 times. Let's see how many Ks we can do today. Okay, I didn't do a clip at the end of yesterday, but the next day has started, and I've got a little bit of a plan now. I'm almost taking this as an opportunity to work on my health. Just a little bit. I've parked my car a few hundred meters back that way, and I am walking now, for those who know the area, from Gate Park to Greaton. Going to clear all the tasks around there. It's fairly similar to what I was doing for the XP Celebration time research walking tasks. Different this time though, because it's 200 flat out kilometers, which you can kind of complete over however long you're comfortable enough to do so, I guess. So at the end of yesterday, I got this far. I leveled up a max move 2 times with the particles that I had. I managed to clear 8 kilometers out of the 200 and 47 field research tasks, which again, I'm really not concerned about. It's honestly going to be easy enough to complete those within the time that it'll take me to complete 200 kilometers. Also at this point in time, we're already starting to see our very first level 74 players in Pokemon Go. And I know for a lot it's quite questionable as to how they've done that, because it means that player would have had to effectively walk 200 kilometers or at least trigger the Adventure Sync 200 kilometers within 24 hours. And I don't really have any personal thoughts on whether I think they're cheating or not as to how they were able to achieve that. There is ways that you can cover those kilometers using Adventure Sync, but physically walking 200 kilometers in a day, yeah, it's just not going to happen. But anyway, I'll check back in maybe halfway through the day and see how many Ks I've cleared by then. It's going to be a big one. Yeah, it's been a little bit over 3 hours and so far up to 21 kilometers. And I've had a couple of decent catches so far, namely, there we go, there's one, Antique Form Sinistea, and scrolling a little bit further on I got another one. So it took me a little bit over 200 checks to find my first, and then I ended up with 2 in like half an hour, so still no shinies though. I'm actually wondering at this point if I might be able to use, I don't know, Google Maps or something somehow to sort of track where I've been, because it almost feels like the Ks are racking up too fast. It doesn't feel like I've walked 13 kilometers, so I would like to see kind of how that measures up against one of those fitness tracking apps. You can tell I really don't do too much with fitness outside of Pogo. Hey man, how's it going? I've got about 3.5 more hours that I can walk for today, so I would like to see if I can at least push 20 a day, 10 times, if not a little bit more on, days that then I can afford to spend a little bit more time doing the grind. Should get there minimum 10 days, one can hope. See a Sinisty right just there in front of me. Gonna go and try and catch it before it despawns. But at this point we've been at it for about 7 hours now. Realistically about 6 because I've had quite a bit of a break. And we're now up to 32 kilometers covered total. So that'll be what, so far 24 today. And we've still got a little bit of a drive home, slow drive around to go and find some raids and top up all my balls again after everything that I threw today. So let's see if I can get myself a shiny Sinisty from this raid. Still not. I'm still feeling pretty good. Really could push it a whole lot further if I really wanted to. Both One Queen and I want to see if we can finish this by Monday. So finish all the walking and everything over the next 4 days. Good morning again. We're just getting ready to walk our second full day, and I was having a look through the apps on the phone because I remembered about the Google Fit app that's built into here, and thankful because it actually showed me a little bit of historical data from yesterday. I hit a magic number apparently, but one thing that wasn't turned on in here was the location tracking. Wow, it even tells you how much sleep you need. You can set a pace for your walks. I bet that doesn't account for catching Pokemon along the way though. So daily goals, I didn't even know that I had a daily goal. Apparently I smashed it yesterday, but this was yesterday's activity. There's the 2 points there where I had to stop for a little bit. One for lunch and another one just because I wanted to have a little bit of a rest. I'm going to see if I can keep going today with as little breaks as possible. In total yesterday I did about 24 kilometers, and now I'm starting about half an hour earlier. So my hope is for today I'll try and aim for 30. So following where we left off yesterday, I'm at 36 kilometers. So far done 112 field research tasks. From here, which is Gate Pa, I'm going to walk to town, clear as much of the tasks around there as I can the last half of the day out towards Greerton. And after having collected all of the particles yesterday, I can do 2 power-ups, and I've got some more to collect for today, so I should be able to do a third by the end of the day. So if I go Dynamax, just power up a max attack on this Omanyte, that's level up 6 and transfer. Do the attack on the next one and transfer, so that should be 7. Then I can collect the rest of today's limit and we'll do one more at the end of the day. Let's get to walking. So we're just over 2 hours in and we're up to 43 Ks, so what does that make it? About 7 Ks in 2 hours? Clearing quite a few research tasks as well. We didn't make it all the way into town yesterday, so yeah, certainly a lot more to do around here. Weather's better than yesterday, so I was able to leave the umbrella behind, so that's kind of lightened the load just a little bit. This walk through here is quite pretty. Absolutely love what they've done with this place. Okay, I just saw the pop-up come up. We're now at 50 kilometers. Yeah, I've just got to do what I just did 3 more times. I'm pretty comfortable here right now. I've been sitting down here for like maybe half an hour. But I feel like just maybe I've probably discovered my limit, at least for today. And I sat down on this chair here to do a Sinisty on that gym there, 2:04 p.m. Oh goodness, I've been sitting here for 40 minutes. But so far in game we are up to 60 kilometers. So about 10 kilometers on top of my last clip. And from here back to where the car's parked is about another 4 Ks. So I'm getting at least 64 Ks today, which is what, 28 kilometers? So slight improvement on yesterday, but I think any hopes of finishing the walking requirement by Monday is a little bleak. Yeah, I'm still walking these in jandals. But yes, wow, what a grind. I'm absolutely loving seeing my stats go up, particularly the Pokemon caught, and of course the Ks walked. Being very honest with you, it's not even fatigue, it's not even the footwear that I'm struggling with the most, it's the chafing. Got about an hour's worth of walking left for today, so let's head back towards the car, I guess. Okay, we made it back. The car's just up there, and we're at 65 Ks. 1 more K and I would have made 30 for today. We'll probably get that from little bits of microdrift and the drive home. So as for the fitness app, said I walked 26 Ks today, so a little bit less than the game, which is weird. Okay, so we've left it quite late today to start today's walk. It's day 4 now, and we are currently up to 68 k's. One queen's with us here today, but anyway, the plan is to have a little bit of a walk around town, and then she's going to leave me here, and I'm going to walk the 20 k's home. At least that's the plan. But I'm not going to record too much. You've definitely seen enough of me walking, so let's see where we can get to today. I'm hoping at least 100. Only 32 k's away from 100 k's. Ooh. If it's only 20 home, that means we need to do 12 k's. I'll figure it out. Let's see where we end up. Okay, so we just dropped one queen off at the car. She's gonna drive home. I'm starting the 20k trek back. It's 4 o'clock, and according to Google, this walk should take the average person about 4.5 hours. I'll probably walk a bit slower than the average person, and I'll be catching Pokemon along the way. So I'm picking 5, hopefully not 6 hours, because then it'll be 10 o'clock. But I'll tell you what, no other game in the multiverse could ever convince me to even consider doing something like this. Touche Pokemon Go. So first step, get to that bridge, walk over that bridge, and start the trek home. After our little walk with one queen, we are at 74 kilometers. So I'd expect to be at 94 by the time we get there. Whew. Just left the Bayfair shopping centre now, and believe me when I tell you, I absolutely needed this. I was wondering what time it starts going dark around here. The answer is about 8 p.m. We're give or take about an hour from home now, and up to 91 k's. Definitely I'll be needing to take a break tomorrow. Okay, so we made it back home, and at the end of today we are now up to 96 out of 200 kilometers, 248 field research tasks. Oh, and actually I can actually complete those sort of any time, because I've just held on to these 3 dark type tasks since ages ago. So 26 k's walked according to Strava, 30 k's walked according to Google Fit. Okay, so after having yesterday off, we managed to get another 4 k's on top of where we left off on Saturday. So we're now up to 100 kilometers a game, but I'm just turning the game on now. So any second we should be seeing this week's adventure seed coming through. We walked 119 k's. Pretty much 100 of that would have been since we hit level 73. And to show where we're at, sorry about the noise, we have 99 kilometers to go. Today we have the start of the Halloween event. We'll cover however many k's we can do in the first sort of few hours or so, and then I'll be spending a great deal of time editing and putting out that video today. So I guess we'll see where we end up at the end of the day, and we'll probably kick back in with the whole kilometre grind tomorrow. Try and aim for 75 by Thursday, Friday at the very latest. So I didn't do a video at the end of yesterday. Instead, we've gone to the next day. Yesterday I think we did like 6 or 7 k's, including till right now playing the Halloween event. So for end of yesterday's progress, or I might as well say start of today, we're up to 115 k's out of 200. We have 85 to go, and we're out and about now in the rain because it's going into Sinistea Spotlight Hour, which I'm doing a separate video for, but I'm not too sure how much walking we're going to get done around with this weather like it is. It's actually been like this all day, so haven't really done any walking at all, unfortunately. Okay, Spotlight Hour's finished, and we made 118. 82 k's to go. Let's try again tomorrow. Okay, we kick off the start of the next day at 121 kilometers. I've got a couple of hours to be able to walk around, at the same time film some stuff for the Garbodor Gigantamax prep video. So yeah, not going to be able to get too many k's done today. I realise by putting too much focus into getting these kilometers done, I've actually kind of slowed down on the content creation quite a little bit. And more importantly, if I want to be serious about becoming a full-time creator, kind of have to remind myself that I need to sacrifice a little bit more of that gameplay so that I can actually focus on making content. See how many k's I can get done in a few hours. A couple of Noibit checks here. Starting my walk on the next day, 2 p.m. on Thursday 30th of October, and we are now at 134 kilometers. So 66 to go. I've decided to try and help myself out a little bit. If I do happen to come across any scooters today, I might jump on it for a little bit just to try and get through some of these Ks, because I've taken a bit too much rest. This 200k journey is pretty brutal, not gonna lie, and it's only for level 74. It's kind of really nice actually that we already know the rest of the tasks that are coming up ahead, so throughout this whole time I'm mentally preparing myself for the other 700 kilometers still to come. Okay, right now it's October 31st. It's Halloween. And after zigzagging through the streets of Papamoa yesterday on the way home, I did do a little bit on the e-scooter, but then I got off like pretty quickly because 10k an hour on a scooter just really didn't feel like the most efficient. But I'm going to be trying something different with that today. But anyway, after all that, we ended up with 155 kilometers. So we've got 45 kilometers to go. But I figure it's about time to try and switch something up a little bit and see if I can figure a way to get through these last 45k's just a little bit faster. I'll let you know shortly if this new plan of mine works. Okay, so it's only about, well, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour later, and I've just come into town now. We're already at 160 kilometers. So it turns out probably the fastest way to get your kilometers legitimately exploring is with, well, one of those. So what I actually did was went into the Google Fit app and tracked my scooter ride into town using Google Fit as a cycling workout. So last workout, morning bike ride, traveled 3.12 kilometers, took me 17 minutes, and apparently the key to making sure that it's going to work and that it's going to sync is to keep your speed below 20 kilometers an hour. But now that I'm here, I can knock out a bunch of Ks around town, find me another scooter, and then scooter all the way back to the car. We're going to get this today. We're definitely going to get this today. Oh man, finally, I'm excited. It feels like it's taken ages. Okay, just a couple of hours later now, and it's just ticked over 170 kilometers. So I am making my way to a scooter, and we're going to shoot back into Gate Park to go and have lunch. But before I do, I thought it would be actually worth showing you just how the process works to get this all set up and going for Adventure Sync, to be able to sync your biking, your cycling, or your scootering, or whatever you want to call it. So now I'm at the scooter. I'm just going to quickly jump into general, make sure Adventure Sync is on, battery saver is off, close down everything else except for Google Fit. Now on the Google Fit app, I need to hit the plus down on the bottom right, go to track workout, hit start cycling, 1 and go. Now I believe this isn't going to work unless that app is staying on. These little things are quite neat. They've got a little phone holder type thing on it. So I need to tap right on the app, scooter's unlocked. Now I should be able to put that into the phone holder, and as I'm going along I'll just keep an eye on the speed here just to make sure it doesn't go over 20 kilometers an hour, and we'll see how much distance I can sync up in about, I think about 20 minutes or so it'll take for me to get back to Gate Park here. But before I do that, I need to make sure this stays open on the Google Fit app. Oh, and I've already traveled 20 meters somehow. Right, just parked up, 4.98 kilometers. Lunch bike ride. Oh, it even names it for you. That activity is now logged to my Google Fit app. So if I now go and open up the Pokemon Go app, and hopefully we see ourselves somewhere around 174. I should actually get an egg hatch as well. There we go, there's the egg. And go to our progress, 175. Yeah, we're definitely getting this done today. Well, complete fail. I've been walking around for maybe the last, how long? Hour or so with the stream for the last 5 kilometers of level 73. And I didn't turn the camera on early enough, but we've now completed the 200Ks. The last thing that I need to do is max a move on something for the 20th time to trigger that level 74. Check the Pika, I'm getting distracted. So for the very last time, not that. Oh, here we go. I haven't done one on this. I've managed to do these pretty much with, actually, yeah, with all 3 max particles as well. Leveled up max move 20 times, and now we've done it. 200 kilometers. We've hit 74. Oh, man, that was a grind. 9,000 Pokemon caught. So I have been grinding, well, as much as I can. But admittedly, I kind of gave in a little bit today, part of wanting to get to 74 as fast as I could. Maybe between 15 and 18 kilometers today, I clocked up with the e-scooter to finish it off. But we're there now, so we can go ahead, claim our rewards, those postcard pages. Oh, that's it. After 200 kilometers, I actually missed what the last rewards were. Well, we're finally here. Now we look forward to level 75.